guys. So I'm back. It's been a couple weeks, and I am so sorry about that. Had some stuff going on in my life, but I thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of show y'all what I've been up to. Very first off, I did finish this painting. This was when, remember, again, I don't want to brag, but we'll talk about this mic later in just a little bit. But I wanted to kind of talk about, I talked about how a couple weeks ago, 11 years is a long time. So I pulled out an old drawing because it came up on my Facebook profile showing, hey, here's what you were up to, 11 years ago. I used to love this, and I spent the last 2 weeks absolutely enjoying this drawing. Something that I spent probably a couple hours working before I had to go to my day job, and it was just to lower my stress back then. I wasn't very good. I did my best and kind of drew what I felt at the time. It was right before I got this line tattoo that y'all always see on all my streams, because at one point I go to painting, you're going to see that guy, but right about that time in my life. And you can see this tattoo started to bleed, so it's been a couple of years, I promise, just 1 or 2. But I finished this painting. I wanted to kind of show this to you guys, because 11 years is a long time. I worked really hard on this for a long time, guys. Sorry. But, absolutely love this guy. Y'all painted him with me on stream, or her on stream with me. Love the scar on the tip of her nose. She's gotten in a couple of scraps. Absolutely love it. And again, my typical style, if you were to feel this, there's quite a bit of different textures on here. I always try to paint with texture, because I feel that just because someone can't see, or maybe they're a little bit hard of sight, doesn't mean they should enjoy my paintings. Absolutely a stunning painting. And it was really cool to see them next to each other. They both took about the same amount of time, and they're 11 years of my skills here. 11 years between these two paintings, or well, I guess these two pieces of art. And it's really cool to see the direction I've gone in. This point, black and white. Cool to see that change that has occurred. Love it. But this is old news by now, guys. We'll go ahead and hang him. I want to put this in my. I want to put that in my back in my portfolio, so that way I can pull out another 10 years or 11 years. Sorry guys, just adding in here, just trying to get everything taken care of. I'm gonna hang this guy real quick. There they are. There's all my sharp things. Y'all, I tried the game with my mother this weekend. I say this weekend, a couple days ago. Midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere around there. And honest to goodness, I guess it's probably because it's the first time that I had games online. And I've played with like Fallout guys and things online, anonymous, but I've never played with someone else that I know. I haven't ever gone on, and y'all are gonna hear a siren in the background. I promise the world's not ending. Where I live, they test it every single week, so that's purely just testing their emergency noises. So I'm sorry for the noise if you hear it, especially with my new mic, you may hear it. But I know that y'all can hear that aquarium. Sorry, I'm not gonna turn off my clown's happy, smiling. I say he's smiling. He's kind of doing his wagging that fish do when they're happy, and he's doing that right now, going up and down where you can see me. So he's just happy, living his life, and I'm not gonna turn off his filter so y'all don't hear him. Let's go ahead and hang this guy up. Do we hang him way over here? Because y'all won't see him very much. What about that, guys? He fit. Oh yeah, he fits. And y'all didn't think y'all were going to get to see him. I know he doesn't quite fit in there. But that's alright. Just kind because we don't fit in doesn't mean we just shouldn't exist, right? It's okay. Looky there. Although now y'all can't enjoy my sea turtle, but it's alright. He still exists. He's up there. Wait, you can see just the barely tips of his fins there, can't you? Looky there. And then right behind me is that new lion. Oh, so pretty. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're painting today is we're going to start by taping off like I always do. But what we're painting, oh, you can't quite see it here. It's always difficult to see. But what we're painting is a wolf. Should be absolutely beautiful. Cute little wolfie there. So that's what we're going to be painting. But first, as always, we got to tape her off. So what have y'all been doing the last couple of weeks? So since the new year. I know I took a couple weeks off purely just to go see my family, enjoy myself, kind of recenter from the craziness of the holidays. And my line of work has been, my day job has been really busy. And then I've been, everything else that everyone else in the United States is doing right now. Filing my taxes, all that kind of stuff. Got all that sent off. Already counting the days until I get my return. Purely because I want to start a sleeve that we've talked about before. I hope to get it. When it's going to happen, I don't know. I hope to at least get it started. Talk to the guy that's going to do the tattoo. Or not even the guy. Talk to the gentleman that will be doing the tattoo. I hope to reach out to him in the next couple weeks. See if he's interested, because it may not be. They may not, or what I want may not jive. I keep getting away from my microphone. I promise I'll get better, guys. And I think it'll be better once I start painting, because then I'm pretty close to it in general. But so guys, I've been doing everything else that everyone else does at the beginning of the year, trying to get everything taken care of. This was the first time that I'd filed taxes for my business. That was always fun. But I'm gonna tell you, I missed you guys. I missed being creative. I sat there looking at my painting. I sat there looking at my drawing, and no, it wasn't perfect. But you know what? I tell you guys all the time that we're not going for perfection. I'm not. Because if everything was perfect, the Mona Lisa wouldn't be what it is. It wouldn't. And I'm not trying to be the best painter in the world. I'm not. I'm spending time with you guys every single week because you guys make me happy. Spending this time with you guys, spending this time painting with you guys is very important to me, and I enjoy it. So that's the important part. So that's why I'm here, week after week, day after day, year after year. Now, what I wanted to kind of show y'all guys is, one, I got a Yeti mic. Love it so far. Keep in mind that my time that I have with it was yesterday morning, right before work, downloading all the software, which is very simple. It gave me like a flip book for all of the information, so it wasn't, at least I didn't have to read like my camera when it came in, pre-owned, came with like the size of the book, and I promptly threw it away after reading it one time, which did not help. It's like the size of a Bible. It was like that big. It was incredible. And of course, most of it was just saying the same thing in 57 languages. But hey, I understand. Not everyone speaks English. Not everyone speaks Spanish. Not everyone speaks Dutch. So I understand why it needs to be that thick. They expect their cameras, because they're that good quality, to be used everywhere. Ken, you're a great company. Do I know everything about your company? No, I don't. Do I want to know everything about your company? No, because this is not a paid ad. But, same thing with my webcam. Webcam came with a huge booklet for such a little bitty instrument, and I really appreciate that Blue Yeti did not. They have a nice website. It was really easy to pull my software off of, download it, install, quick restart, and my mic is up and running. And then I spent about, 15 minutes making sure it worked with my streaming software, made sure that I could adjust the sound, I need to learn how I can wear some like microphone that I could hear myself. Would love to hear that. So that way I know if I'm far enough from my mic or too far or too close. Yes, that would be handy, but no, it didn't happen today. But I guess that's what happens when you don't have a thick instruction manual. Instead, you have a like, what is this? 2 pages from there. Hey, they got me up and running with my software. They got me up and running with my new microphone. And then, same thing with the boom that I have. Because look, y'all, would be first. So easy to slide out of the way. So that way when I'm not on stream, it'll be nice and simple to get out of my way. Oh, it's nice. I'm going to like this microphone. It's going to be with me probably for a while. Unless something catastrophic happens. But, anyways. So that happened, and then the other news is that this little webcam that's over my shoulder right now, we may be reading its last rites. And I say that because yesterday I ordered my GoPro, which means that the only thing that my webcam would ever be used for is like a Zoom. You know, my day job. But we're moving up. Remember when I told you, what was it, 6 months ago? Probably like, 30 streams ago? I was like, hey, I know that right now my stream is janky. I know right now that the only reason y'all are probably going to watch is for the art. I hope you stay for my monotone voice. I hope you stay for my personality. I hope you stay because I think, I know that this is the kind of content that I would watch. Watching someone talk about their general life and aspirations and show a normal person trying to go through life. Because I see so many people that play out their personality. And you watch these people and you're like, there's no way they can be 100% like that all the time. Like, I'm looking at you, Game Grumps. Aaron, there's no way that you can be like that 100% of the time. You're last to watch. But I just can't imagine you being that way all the time. But, do I watch his content? Have I watched it for 6 years? 100%. I enjoy it, I adore it, and I watch it every single upload. And I've always loved it. Back before I was in when I was in high school, before I was in college, once I had gone through college, I can't even say graduate, once I had left that part of my life and had joined, the general work queue, when we're making pretty good progress here, guys, on the tape off job. Don't sleep on that tape job. This is that washi tape, guys, that I told you I fell in love with when I was practicing watercolor, and I realized I am not a watercolorist. But stay tuned, because in a couple of months, I'm probably gonna guess 2 months. I'm gonna start staying at my best friend's house instead of my sister's when I go down. And the cool thing about that is that this tripod, that camera, is gonna come with me. And the reason why is because she has asked me to bring watercolor and brushes, and so I'll buy probably some brushes specifically for watercoloring. I already have some paper, and I'll show her how to tape it down, so that way we don't get that warping that I was dealing with. And we're gonna 100% do just a random paint, see if it's something that she likes or not. I hate watercolor. I remember learning it in college, and I was like, nah, this is not for me. It's too wishy-washy. And I know that you can be precise with it. I know you can. I've seen people do it. I'm not precise enough of a painter to do that. That's why I paint with tape. I'm not a precise enough person, most definitely, to use watercolor. So I think if I worked with it, yes, I could get better. And yes, I probably will continue to work with it, especially if my best friend likes it. That being said, It may just be a couple segments that we make TikToks on. I'm not for sure. But say hi to all the TikTokers out there. I'm meaning you. Because I have 1, 2, 3 cameras going. Y'all, we really are trying. And the cool thing about me buying that GoPro is that in like T-minus 2 streams, I think it's going to be at latest 2 weeks, we're going to be able to have y'all see up close. Y'all are going to be right here on my chest. I even bought the like shoulder holsters, like if I was going to climb a mountain, but I'm going to use that same strapping to clip you on my shoulder, and y'all are going to be right here painting. And it's up close. I bought like a GoPro 4, maybe a 5, maybe an 8. I don't remember. I'll show it to you guys when I get there. But really excited to share that with you guys. We're going to enjoy. We're going to continue. Just like the upgrade, when I went from just my phone to my webcam. We were still working through it. And then we upgraded to the Canon, and my content took a huge jump and leap forward. And that's what I expect here too. And until then, I appreciate you guys sticking it here with me too on this, because I adore you. I enjoy our streams, and I put everything I have into it. Like afterwards, my significant other was like, "Well, you seem drained," and I'm like, "No, it's just I give 100% to you guys. I do." And afterwards, after I've talked for an hour straight, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes an hour and a half, I'm a little weathered, you know. And it's not that I'm worn out. It's not that I am in any way sorrowful. It's just the fact that I talk for my, during my work day. And when I'm with you guys, I talk 100% more. And I talk a little bit louder. I talk a little bit clearer, or I try. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. And I had one person tell me like 3, maybe 2 streams ago that I was hard to hear. They messaged me. They're like, "Bridget, you're hard to understand. Sometimes you get to painting, you get away from your mic, or you're a little bit quieter than what we want." That's why this is here, guys. Please give me feedback. Tell me what you do and do not like about my streams, so that way I can update it. Alright, I gotta pick it up so I can get this little corner here. Sorry, guys. But if you tell me, guys, of my shortcomings, if you tell me, like, one, maybe 2 streams ago, I had somebody on my Patreon be like, "Bridget, we want to see that GoPro, you know?" Because I'd been talking about it for way longer than I should have. I know. I'm sorry. But I want to say maybe 6 months. I had been talking about getting a GoPro because I think it's going to be what we need to clip here or here to point it towards what I'm painting, so that way y'all can see a more close, I'd say, I guess, more intimate shot, so y'all can see more of what I do when I paint on the canvas. Because right now, honest to goodness, guys, this not only does it slow me down, and not only does it get in the way for TikTokers to see, or, could be YouTube shorts. Not knocking you guys either. But while you do get to see more of the painting itself than this camera, because y'all are trained on me, the GoPro will be able to see my painting stroke for stroke. You'll get to see all of it real time. So I think that's going to be a little bit more interesting, especially for you guys that are here for the painting, instead of here for me, my personality. That way, if you want, you can turn on some jazz, you can turn on some classic music, or you can turn on some elevator music, whatever you like. And when you do so, we'll be here to enjoy you as well. What the heck is out there? Oh, sorry. Somebody's in my front yard with my significant other, distracting me. And it's rude. Like, they rolled up like the second that I started my stream. Hashtag perfect timing. I know. It's alright though. But I want to tell y'all guys something else. I'm going to ask you guys to either go to my Facebook art page, my business page on Facebook, facebook.com/Chasing a Dream Artistry, or Etsy. Same thing, Chasing a Dream Artistry. I think it's etsy.com/Chasing a Dream Artistry. I'll pin it and put it in the comment in this video and pin it. But the reason why I ask you is because while I've been away, while I've been at work, right before work every single day, because I wake up 6 a.m. I've got an alarm and everything. My significant other can attest to it. But I get up every day, 6 a.m. And then I spend 2 hours, 6 to 8 a.m. waking up, drinking my protein shake and my coffee mix, because I take protein powder, huge whey protein powder. Again, not an ad, I promise. I don't make any money off of them. And I mix it with 8 ounces of coffee, and it's wonderful. Keep in mind, if you use a shaker, it will create a bomb. My best friend got to hear that one day. While it didn't destroy anything, it most definitely ruined, I'd say, 4 to 5 canvases, and gross stuff was all over the wall. It was gross. I just saw who was in my yard. Not happy about it at all. But nothing to do about it. It's my significant other's friend, not mine. It's okay. Whatever he wants to do. You stay away from me. But about 2/3 of the way done through painting our wolf here, or I said painting our wolf, taping our wolf here. But the reason why I asked you guys to go there, Monday I will make it public on my Facebook. It's already live on my Etsy. What I've been working on is trying to find a valid money stream, so that way I can, again, do this full time, because I would love to do this for a couple hours a day. 2-3 hours I'd spend with you guys, and some of it being streams, you know, in the afternoons, doing streams. And in the morning, when I'm usually getting ready, I could be working on what I am right now. And then in the evenings or some mornings, I'd be painting, I'd be drawing, I'd be making more content for TikTok or YouTube Shorts, all that kind of stuff. And the reason I can't right now is because most people are not interested in buying art for their house or business, especially when we're talking about my main content is animals. It's what I've always been passionate about, so I'm not going to probably change that for nothing. And hold on while I keep the clack here on my keyboard. But while I'm not going to change my content, while I'm not going to change what I do the most, what I am hoping to do is make my art obtainable and something that everyone wants. How do I do that without changing my content? I'll tell you guys. What I've been doing the last couple of weeks is I have been finding a company and then using them to create something that everyone can enjoy. I've made some mugs, some shirts, and some stickers. All three really great quality. And I did it so that way everybody can enjoy my art. And even if it only takes you a few minutes, go take a look, please. because it may make the difference between me being able to do content for you guys full time. And I hope that I can. And I think the way of going forward is through the products I've posted on Etsy and soon on Facebook. Again, I'm going to leave a link in my bio and in the comments of this video. And I hope y'all go click on it. Just to look at it, take a look, see if it's something you'd be interested in. Because I was thinking once a month, every month, I will change and rotate stock. So that way you never know what painting of mine, what drawing of mine is going to be changing. But what I can say is that you don't know when it's going to come back available either. So please take a look. I'm going to try and post them everywhere so that way y'all can find them. When you find me, I'm hoping you'll find my products that I make. Thank you for taking this moment today. So let's go ahead and go. So I talked to you guys earlier that I was trying to make my content more available. And look at this cute little peel that I did last week. I'll show you all on my socials what it looked like before, but y'all saw it. If y'all watch my content, especially if you watch my streams, I was planning on paint for several streams on purpose. I say on purpose, I wasn't trying to waste paint. It was just that usually I wipe my palette after almost every paint. And if I do, fantastic. If I don't, I kind of just start piling paint on. And that's what I had been doing for a couple of streams, is not wiping after. So that way I can do that nice peel. It's awful. Sorry. I enjoyed myself. We're going to start with the background. Y'all know me. So we're going to do like, this is a titanium white and a Mars black. And I think we're just going to kind of do like a gray splash. Not anything fancy. Sometimes I do fancy backgrounds, like even just like the lion last time. It was really fancy. This one, not going for fancy in any way, shape, or form. Just trying to enjoy myself here. Today we're going to go with a little bit of blocking. Going white first, so that way when we put in our grays, we should be able to blend out pretty quickly. I've been thinking about trying out for like a promotion at work, at my day job. Really been putting it to him. Actually even pulled my boss and was like, hey, could you confirm for me the, like, where I go kind of thing? And it's not very often that I actually ask. I'm somebody that's quiet, most generally. And she like pulls me into a meeting. It's like, yeah. I know of something that's coming open, something that might be up your alley. I was like, yeah, maybe. I'm really interested in it, you know. Start banging out the corners of my, you know, kind of brushing up on my skills, make myself look better. And I swear to goodness, I've always been so quiet, always been so under the radar, I guess. I don't know what it was. I get written up for like how often I'm there. I think they call it availability. That's incredible. Sorry. It happens. What do you think of that, guys? For a first. lizard, our first lizard. Yeah. Looks good, doesn't it? Well, y'all can't see it. What are y'all doing over there? How about that? Looks real good. He's pretty. I know y'all can't see anything here. Let me try to see if I can fix it. Blank. Just enough of color to make it interesting. Especially if we add some more dynamic stuff in there. We will. Don't worry. We'll figure out some darker spots. That's pretty interesting. I like that. It's very interesting. Okay. So I like that. It's nothing like making yourself known at work and getting your head chopped off. So, just gonna kind of go back to what I was doing before. See if it interests them. If it does, fantastic. If not, maybe it wasn't meant to be for me to be there forever. But I'm hoping it wasn't meant to be for me to be there forever anyways. Because there's something about working for yourself that's so much better than working for somebody else. That's what I've been trying to do with you guys. Trying to work for myself. So that way I can do what I love. Do what makes me happy. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna put y'all on hold. I'll be right back. I have to apologize. It may take me a few minutes. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's some noise out there that I want to take a look at. So give me just a second. I'm working 40 hours a week. And when I am trying to build content on YouTube, and while I'm trying to make products for you guys that you will love, there wasn't enough time during the day. There just wasn't. So I had to give up something. And what I chose, unfortunately, was TikTok. Purely because it was the item, while I did get a lot of views, 400 or 500 a post, I was spending more time making the content. But I think once my work life slows down a little bit and I can start painting miniatures while I work, I think that I'll start painting my miniatures and making shorts on YouTube with those miniatures, because that's where my miniatures got the most views. And then I think I have a lot of paintbrushes. I have a lot of paint that is not currently getting used because it's for my miniatures. I want to use them. So the simplest answer is to start using them and start enjoy painting miniatures again. I love to paint miniatures, but I haven't had time. So I'm gonna start painting more of what I want. I'm gonna start painting, and I think the first step is gonna be shutting down my Patreon and start making more content a little bit different. It's okay. I'm still gonna stream. I'm still gonna do this because I like this content. Just may change a little bit. That's okay. Change is something that always occurs. Change is something that is very natural. And change is something we should never be afraid of. I tell this to my friends. I tell this to my family. Because the only thing we know in this world is that change will occur. Death will occur. And you can fight it. You can spend your whole life fighting it. Or you can learn to accept it and understand that, hey, there's going to be a point. There's going to be a time at which death will occur. And that's okay. And when it happens, I have to know that my family, my friends, will be okay. They'll learn to move on. And I hope that they stop sometimes, look at the sky, or maybe look under their feet. See, I miss that one. It's actually what I've spent the last year doing, is trying to live longer. And the way I've been doing so, I've been taking care of myself. Because I've seen so many people, and then, I hate to say that word, middle age, that don't prioritize their health. And they're gone from this earth too soon. A gentleman that's very close to me, passed a couple weeks ago, Dr. Von McGowan. And he's lost me. He lost my family for a long time. Watched the news of him come online, but he passed. And the man that was too late when he prioritized himself. And he got to see his grandkid come into the world. He got to meet his grandkid. And he retired and settled and passed away. And I don't want to be that person who knows that I didn't prioritize my health sooner. And so my life will be snuffed out too soon. So I'm prioritizing my life last year. I've lost 50 to 70 pounds. And I have plans to lose another 40 this year. And I hope y'all are going to continue to be on the ride with me. But let's go ahead and keep going, guys. Sorry for the darkness there. Like my whole family has been this way since we found out about his passing, because he meant so much to us. We may end up moving this mic. I'm keep hitting my I'm so sorry for y'all's ears. I keep hitting it, so I may move it over there next stream. I know it'll be more in y'all's face, your face, but I don't want to click and clack on it. I'm so sorry that I am today. I'm trying to make a. I guess I could push y'all guys away. Hold on, let's see if this makes a big difference in my audio quality. Does it make a big? Does it make a big difference in our audio quality? Yeah, a little bit, but it'd be better than clicky clacking it, wouldn't it? Okay, let's keep y'all back there, and look, we'll move you forward a little. Oh yes. And if we move you forward now, it's almost impossible to clicky clack. That's a good idea. Sorry guys for y'all's hearing, but I fixed it, y'all. So. I had somebody the other day while I was on the phone with them ask me where I was. When I told them I was from Oklahoma, that's where I currently live. They were like, well, I knew you were in the South. And I was like, how do you know that? Well, because you said y'all. I'm like, yeah, we say that here. I don't say everything that a Oklahoman, a natural Oklahoman does. Like something that natural Oklahomans say that I just don't understand and that I don't get. And it also may just be that they're the generation younger than me too that used to work with me. But something they used to say was yeet yeet, yee yee, not eat. Because I understand that, but they would say yee, so Y-E-E, Y-E-E, yee yee. I don't know what it means. They wrote on my window one time as I was at work. You know that I wash that off. Too old of folk to have that on my windows, especially if I don't know what it means. They're like, yeah, it just means yeet yeet. I'm like, okay. Well, you and I are from different generations, so I 100% don't understand what that means. And that's something my best friend and I talked about this week was can't stand people that when you ask them the definition will use the word in that definition. I'm like, yeah, but that's not a definition. It's not. The whole point of a definition is that it can't have that word in the definition. Because if it is, you're explaining something, not defining something. And we were agreeing there at that point because I can't stand people that do that. You're like, can you explain, or can you rather not explain? Sorry. Can you define behoove? And they'll say an answer like, yeah, behoove is like it behooves you. And you're like, no, you're using it in a sentence. You're using that word in a sentence. You're not telling what it means. Or if they use an acronym, like, sorry, it'll take me a minute to come up with an answer with that, like, because I don't want to shout out any company or anything, because I could come up with one, because I grew up in a company that did lots of acronyms, and my job currently that uses lots of acronyms, and they try to use explanations for with acronyms in it, and that doesn't help. That doesn't teach anybody anything. You've got to use general grammar and general words to make a definition, and to teach somebody something, you have to dumb it down. You do. And something that I always grew up thinking was, in school, they didn't do that either. They didn't dumb things down enough. And something I used to say about me was, and that I loved, and like I stood behind. It was something that I believed wholeheartedly, and I still do. If you dumb something down enough, you can always reduce it down to 1 plus 1 equals 2. And if you haven't dumbed it down that far, you shouldn't be trying to teach someone something. If it's more difficult than 2 plus 2 equals 4, or 1 plus 1 equals 2, something that anyone can understand, it's your fault they're not understanding. Not their fault that they're not taking it up. But that's neither here nor there. Let's add just a little bit of blue into this gray. Make it a little bit blue in the gray. You know what I'm talking about? See if we can add that to these eyes. That blue is thick with 3 C's, my lord. She's thick, y'all. Bring Icy Stare to a whole new level. See, this is something that once I have a GoPro, y'all be able to see. I'm sorry y'all can't see this right now. This, I was going to say, this might be one of the only paintings that y'all won't see my unbleached titanium white, but you probably will. You know me. This, I swear, is one of my favorite colors to paint with. I use so much of it. But it's important. It's a very, look how dry that paint is. Y'all see how dry that paint went down? I know y'all can't. But again, I just bought a GoPro so y'all be able to see this. But this paint laid down real thick. In fact, let me try to bring my TikTokers into it and see how thick that went down. right there. See how it's all peely? You can still see the palette under the canvas underneath. All I did was add a little bit of water, and we'll see if it makes it a little bit better here. If I put in like 2 strokes and realize, oof, way too thick. So let's see how that goes down now. Oh yeah, that's more what I wanted. It looks too blue right now, but that's alright. We'll go back in with a white in a second and really make it an icy stare instead of just a blue stare. This is more like a puppy dog that you grew up with right now. But we'll bring the wild in it, don't you worry. And something I learned a long, long time ago, something that really adds some of that wild in there is, and I've never noticed any other, any domestic animal that's this way, is the white. Domestic animals almost always have white in their eyes. Or most wild, look at them. I'm telling you, go tonight, go after my stream, go take a look. I don't see wild animals with whites in their eyes unless they're very, very scared. They're running from something. They have fear in their eyes. It's purely because, I don't know why it happens. I don't know the science behind it. But, it's something I've noticed. So, that's something I always add into my paintings. If it's a domestic animal, there will be white in the eyes, in the irises, around the irises. If they're not domesticates like this wolf here, I will never have white. Because it doesn't, for some reason, I don't ever see white unless they're very, very scared. It's okay. They're still beautiful. Still gotta add some shine in there because, you know, unless it was a cloudy day or something, you're always gonna see a little bit of shine in their eyes. We'll add that just a little bit later. In fact, I may stand up and add it on our TikTok in a minute. Might be fun little content. Show how I do that. Because sometimes I do whites to add shines and to add shadows, but other times I will put like an actual iridescent, and I do like two layers of like gloss, high gloss, and then I do one iridescent, real thin piece of paper, iridescent, like almost like a hollow colored paper. A really small fleck right here, and when I do, it really sets off the light, and when the light hits it, you see just enough shine that you can wait when you take a look. It's nice. Now we gotta change it from a blue stare. Mine still has some black in it. I thought I worked it out, but I didn't. But add just a little bit more white into that blue. That's cool. I like that quite a bit. What I did, guys, is I put almost a wash over it, and then I pulled up about 40% of that wash that I just put down. And what that did was I really added some dimension, that really added some depth, and it made it look like I spent a long time on it. But y'all saw it real time. It took like 4 seconds. Y'all gotta learn how to do those kind of tricks. So what I did was I got a wet brush. Y'all saw me. I washed it 2 or 3 times. I've done this before with you guys. So you take about 40% of that water off, and the only thing I do is I roll my brush on a really dry part of a dish towel, or like a paper towel, And once it no longer pulls water off, that is still a really wet brush. Because I didn't dry it off. The only thing I did was roll off the wicking water part of it. The core of it is still 100% wet. And then pulled some paint to the tip. See how my tip is white still. And then we're going to go in with that color. Put it on. Put it on pretty thick. And then we're going to put in that thickness. More of that water in there. Now it's starting to look at that depth again. Beautiful. I know it still needs a little bit more water in there. Or sorry, it's still more white than it needs. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Close to that icy stare I was looking for. Real pretty. Should be an absolute beautiful wolf. And if we're talking about wolves, my mind always will. I guess what I grew up on. It'll always go to the horrible movie Balto. Animated movie watched when I was a kid, made by Disney. And back in the days when it was just on VHS, and I had to beg my older sister, to watch it with me. And because you're near a kid, you want to watch a show alone. I still don't want to watch shows alone. But she hated Balto. I don't know why. It wasn't her thing. She didn't like it. And I can't make somebody like something I like. Well, she didn't like it. She'd watch it. Probably because my mother made her. I don't know what she did. All I know is I was a little brat running around begging my sister to play with Breyer horses and watch Balto with me. And most of the time it was no. But every once in a while, she'd say yes. And she did. I was so excited. I wanted to watch the show with my big sis. Making popcorn. It probably was awful burning popcorn, but absolutely enjoying the fact that my sister was going to spend a little bit of time with me. And wanting to be just like my big sis. All I could think about the whole time was, not only was this show awesome, watching this show about a half wolf, but I was spending time with my family, spending time with my sis. Parents were doing what parents do, work. I was at home with my sister was 2 years older than me, just enjoying ourselves. Just enjoying Balto. I haven't watched it in a long time. I should rewatch it. It's about a girl, about a wolf, half wolf, and a goose. It was most definitely the comedic relief you needed for that movie. The movie was heavy. There was just enough comedy to make you smile. What I'm doing here, guys, is just taking heavy pigment, black in this case, and taking hairs out. Because it's hairy. It's a wolf. Just taking different colors here, add them in. We'll probably have to put a brown in here. We'll probably have to put more whites, put more grays. We're just right now, we're just enjoying ourselves, just ticking away. Make it a little bit darker of a gray. just like I did with the water on my paper towel earlier, I just did with my finger to pull some extra paint off because I had lots and lots of paint on there. That's okay. Look. Next thing I'm doing is just a general hair color. Again, I need more water on here when I'm ticking. That's okay. We're just adding some gradient to his hair in general. It looks good. I just gotta do that everywhere. Go ahead. I'll wait. Y'all go ahead and do the rest. I'll just kind of lay back, sit, drink some drink, and y'all go ahead and get at it. But y'all go look at my Etsy. Drop by my Facebook. See this new products that I'm trying. See if it's something that y'all would like to invest in. If you don't like something about my stream, please be vocal. Please tell me, and I'll make those changes if I'm able to. Because y'all are worth it. And I want to start doing this more often. And the way that I can do that is if you guys let me know what I need to change. I appreciate you guys for being here today. I'm gonna start getting back to it as far as with my streams. Try and do them every week, except for when I go out of town. But recently I've been busy. I apologize, and we're gonna start building up again. Just like I videotaped today my stream on my phone, so that way I can start making content for TikTok again, YouTube again, because YouTube is a stream, and we'll start doing these streams live, weekly, not just available next day. Because I'm gonna go ahead and shut down my Patreon. I think it's gonna be the best option for everybody, and be able to start making more content available. Try and drum up some business. Sorry, go left on here. But I appreciate you guys for being here with me. Please keep coming back. Please continue to support me as you always and already are, and I'll keep providing content as much as I can with having a book. Oh look, y'all can see my in my glasses. Y'all are able to see my fish tank. But I'll continue to make content. I'll continue to be here, and I'll continue to make improvements like this microphone, so that way I can be here for you guys. Y'all can see me. Y'all can spend time with me, and I'll keep making art for you guys. Thank you.